Board game time.
Board games.
Board game time.
Told you we were bringing some new stuff to you. Here we go.
So we're going to start. Board games are the way of the world. They used to be the way of the world. And for us people that can't do this,
I can do that.
I can't do that.
I can do that.
Arthritis.
Not as well as most, but I can do
lose
that.
anyway. So
Board games are more fun.
So
you think more.
It's time to start going through the world of sports board games. We said we were going to do it about a year ago, and we're back. We're trying to get things going again, and we're going to start with an old game, and we'll run through it, see if any of you guys have it. I'm going to say most of you don't, but hey,
most of us,
most of them don't. We're going to dig this stuff out of there. So come on in, let's talk about it. Have a good time with some board games.
See ya.
And we welcome you back to the Midnight Riders podcast. I am Johnny.
I'm Chuck.
And it's board game time.
Been waiting for this.
We have been waiting to do this for quite some time. It's
one of the main reasons to do this because between us we've got tons of board games, mainly sports board games.
Mm-hmm.
Board game enthusiasts, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's
how we learned to love sports. I mean, we played sports as kids, and as you grow up in today's world with kids, they want to play these sports games that are video games. You don't really learn the game. You see how fast your thumb can hit a ball, and then you watch the guy run around the bases, and
and the part that bothers me is they're not statistically accurate. I know it's it's an OCD issue of mine, but it is a fact.
So we thought we would draw something else. It's an old game of mine from 1960 something or other.
69, I believe, is what we were looking at earlier.
1969. It's an old game, and it's called All Pro Football. It was made in 1969 by Ideal Toy Company.
Ideal Toys.
It's an interesting game. It actually is one of those games that helps you learn the game. It teaches you how to play the game. This will show you how old the game is. These were the only teams in the NFL at the time. These are your game rules, and well, you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 teams. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 teams were in the NFL. So it's a very old football game. It's one of the first board games ever made that actually lets you coach and lets you run a play. And
it's actually backed by the NFL.
Backed by the NFL.
A lot of games back then, even still some today, you don't get the backing of the NFL.
Self-explanatory, well, because you can't want to pay the rights.
Pay the rights.
Back in the day, rights weren't much because the NFL wasn't that good.
Rule booklet.
Rule book comes with a little scoreboard. Turn the little dials, keep your score, keep how many plays that you run in each quarter. The offense and defense are both operated by checkers. Little checkers. That's one of your ends. This is an offensive lineman or defensive lineman. This is a defensive back or an offensive back. Each one has specific moves that they can make, as you would in a real football game. So this is one of those games that you actually get to coach.
You get to coach, you get to make your moves. Get to make decisions on the go. No actual players, no actual stats. This is simply a strategy game, kind of like your checkers, but it's a strategic game with a football base behind it. You have your 10 yards you can go. You have penalties. You have plays. You
can even have a fumble.
You can have a fumble. If
it's kind of interesting. We'll show you how.
We'll get into that. But if you
don't care too much about statistics and you just want to play football and you ever want to be the football coach and call the game and call the plays, this is a game for you.
It is.
It'll help you teach kids a little bit about football. It'll actually help you show kids how to block, why you want to block, why this guy wants to block that guy, and what's the best way to to run a play. We're going to set the board up. We're going to play a little bit of it. We're going to show you what it's all about to show you just how fun this game is. It can be a whole lot of fun. So give us a couple minutes. Well, it'll be like 2 seconds for you, but give us a couple minutes. We'll get this thing set up. We'll be right back, and we will run a little bit of it and show you how it goes. And we're back. We got the football, got the board set up here. We're going to move down. This is actually a complete football field, as you can see. It goes all the way from the goal line, all the way down the field to the other goal line. It's actually a 100-yard field, just like a regular football field. Now, the way the game is set up is just like a real football game. Like I say, here's your
Scoreboard.
yeah, thanks, Jeff.
That one. Yeah.
You'll set your score to 0-0, and your quarter's the first quarter, first down. Each quarter, you have 15 plays per quarter, and we start at play number 15. And then you move that after every play, so you kind of get an idea of what's going on. Now, the initial way you start the game, I'm going to be the blue team. And I'll start on defense, and Chuck's going to be the offense. We're going to start off with a kickoff. Now, back in the day when this game was invented, the kickoff was from the 40-yard line. So I have to line up my kicking team from the 40. And so I'll line them up one at a time anywhere I want. Defense can just line them up anywhere they want. You're going to go 11 guys across. Now the offense has to set up his return team. And Chuck, go ahead and set up your return team.
All right. Now this, just like in the game, and you can set it up however you want. You don't have to line them all up in one certain way. You line them up with whatever strategically you think you're going to need to do. Because we'll tell you about the move set here in a second. So it kind of plays a part into where you want to set them up, how you want to set them up, where you want to get them going. So I'm just going to kind of set mine up here for possibilities of pretty good blocking. You want to make sure where his kicker's at. You need somebody that's in a straight line because that's gonna be a factor in this because
the ball is kicked from the kicker, who is the center, and so it goes in a straight line.
But it's got to go in a straight line. So you got to make sure you got at least 3 or 4 guys lined up, to at least on that straight line, to make sure you at least got somebody who's going to catch the ball, or at least get close to catching the ball. So.
Now, the object of the game, the way the game plays is each team gets 3 moves with their man, just like you're playing a game of checkers. You get 3 moves, and we'll show you how that goes as we continue to move forward. Something just fell off the table, and I don't know what it was. Don't think it matters. Here we go. Now, the way the game starts is we're going to kick off. Now, you roll the dice. You roll them. You got a total of 9. Well, this is such an easy game. You count 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The ball was kicked to this spot right here, and it actually happened to land on one of his players. Now, once you kick off, the kicking team gets to move every player 3 spaces.
Here's where the checkers part comes in.
So we move 3 spots. We can go. I just like to go all 3 guys straight up. Now you can move them 3, however. But I like to go 3 guys straight up to get the big form. Now the return team. He has 3 moves. He can move anywhere he wants. He can move. Now, your offensive lineman can only move straight, forward, to the side, or back. You cannot move at a diagonal with an offensive lineman. Everybody else on the offense can move straight, diagonal, forward, or back. Only linemen can move straight or sideways or backwards.
So, this is my player that's got the ball. So I got 3 moves to make. You don't have to move the player with the ball. You can set up anything you want to set up for blocks. So, and you got to remember, he's also got 3 moves. So anything you set up to move, you got to remember and make sure he doesn't have a way to your ball carrier within 3 moves. So I'm gonna
you can move as many players as you want in those 3 moves. One guy does not have to move 3.
I'm gonna move him here. Move this gentleman right here.
Now that's 3 moves.
Try to start setting up a blocking barrier for me.
Now, Chuck's turn would be done. Now it's my turn. I can move any total number of 3 spaces. Defensive linemen can move forward, straight, backwards, diagonal, however, just like any defensive player can. Only on the offensive side can the lineman only move straight, sideways, or back. Okay? No diagonals with offensive linemen. Chuck's already made his 3 moves, but Chuck, show him how you fumble.
All right. So let's pick this guy back here. Let's say I've got my third move. So I'm gonna move my ball runner. Oh, there's your fumble. There's the high tech way that you fumble in this game. So if we were to do that, he's got 3 moves. So if he had somebody who happened to be close enough to land on that ball, it's his ball as a fumble.
That's right. So that's the fun part. It's just like little league sometimes.
That's good stuff.
But there's his third move. Now it's my turn. I have 3 defensive moves that I can make. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm done. Now it's Chuck's move. He's got to either...
Okay. So now, I've got my 3 moves. So I can continue to move. You got to make up your mind if you're going which kind of direction you want to go here. So just to give you an idea, I'm going to take... This is one of my linemen. I'm going to block this guy.
Can't go at an angle, Chuck.
If I could go at an angle.
Say he cheated. I could throw a flag.
Okay, well, let's do this so they can at least see how it works. He's in front of this guy, so I can block. This takes that guy out of the equation. That guy, that defensive player will no longer be able to move, so that's my first move.
Nor can the offensive guy.
Correct. So they're totally out of it. So now I'm going to move this guy here. I'm going to move this guy here to start setting up a run.
Okay, now it's the defensive turn. I have 3 moves to move in any way I want to. I'm going to take the end guy and go 1, 2, 3. So now I have a guy moving in towards the ball carrier. I'm actually within 3 moves, so he's going to have to make a move somehow, somewhere, some way to get rid of this guy, or move the runner to where he can avoid being tackled within 3 moves.
Correct. So, with him being that close, you don't want to open up an entire gap here. So you're going to have to go 1, 2. And put this guy in front of him because now he still can't get to him within 3 moves. So
notice on that move, he did block at an angle, and that's perfectly legal because this is an end and not a lineman. So that's perfectly legal block. Now it's my turn for a move of 3. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Gonna start putting pressure on the side and up the middle.
Okay. So now, we're gonna go 1 here, 2, 3. Make sure the ball stays on top of your carrier.
Man, guy's got great hands.
Good hands.
Oh boy. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And the play just continues. 3 moves per side until the ball carrier has been tackled, or basically if one of the defensive checkers gets to the guy with the ball within 3 moves, he's down.
Correct. Now, just as I can see, I'm going to have to start getting some more people involved here. So I'm going to get my other guy here down here so I can have another blocker once we get moving, since he still can't get to me in 3 moves quite yet.
Now, defense can block as well. I can very simply go right there if I want to get rid of his offensive guy. I can do that if I choose to. And we'll get to when you can block a defense. The defense can block on an offensive play here in a second. But I'm still a little heavy on this side, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Now the offensive team has a chance to move his 3 spaces again to try to gain as many yards as he can.
Correct. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're just going to eliminate him out of the sector here. Notice I still haven't moved my ball carrier forward because I'm still trying to set up blocks, still trying to set up a play.
1, 2, 3.
Where'd you come from? Can't move it at an angle.
1, 2. Defense. I can move it at an angle.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so
See, and when your opponent tries to lie,
no shit. Okay, so we're just gonna have he's forcing my hand go 2, and we're gonna have to go 3. Take your hand off if you take your hand off, it means your play is done, just like in checkers. So, and you can't go since my guy is on top and blocking, he can't go through this guy. He's got to go around him. I can go over him if I wanted to.
Show them an example of that while you got an opportunity.
Okay. Say it was my turn again, and I wanted to. If his runner was over here, I could actually go 1, 2, 3, because these are my guys blocking for me. So I can go through those blocks. Now, if he had, let's say his guy was a blue guy on top of my guy instead, I can't run through his guys. He can go over them. So the ideal is to.
But you cannot end up on a blocker.
No, you can't land on it. You got to be able to get past them in your 3 moves.
Okay, so I have 3 moves here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Nope, diagonal.
Ah, damn it, the center. No, what was I thinking here? That's 1, 2, because he can go side to side. And we're going to go 3. As you can tell, it's been a while since I've played it too. So
1. Nope. Yeah, I can go dash.
you can.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
So 1, 2, 3.
We're going to put these back for a second and tell you one of the nuances of this game. Even though this is illegal in football, you can actually block by going backwards. You have to assume, according to the rules, that you hit them face to face. That's not a clip, so you can block backwards if you want to in this game.
Correct.
All right.
And keep in mind, I did that because he's going to have to go around these guys. He can't go over any of my blockers. So I'm
1, 2, 3. You got to get him from the backside.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2.
Okay, so I have made a tackle.
So I'm down right there.
The ball is right here. Now we're going to set up for an offensive play. Now the offense is set up.
You got your first down markers.
Yep.
Ball.
Set your first down markers.
135-yard line. First down's on the 45.
Which means that you've got to get your offensive player, if he's carrying the ball, if he stops here, that is not a first down. It may be 10 yards in by the game, 5-10, but you actually have to pass this line to get your first down. All right, the offense has to set up their line, and then the defense sets up following after the offense has been set up.
Basic football rules apply. Center guards tackles. No more than 7 on the line. You got your E's for your ends.
But
These are your backs, which are your running backs, quarterback, however. You can set up however you want. Keep in mind, 3 moves. So you got to make sure your backs are not within where he can just make his first move and get to you each time. So everything's in shotgun. Everything's got to be back.
As an example, let's say this is his quarterback and he's got the ball. You may think he's safe. He's not. All I'd have to do is go 1, 2, 3, and I've made the tackle. Simply because once you cover a player with a bite, I've blocked him, so now I can go over this guy. And I would just simply go 2 and 3, and I would make the tackle. So you got to be pretty much aware of where your guy is with the ball, because we can jump over a guy if we instigate the block.
So again, everything's got to be in shotgun. Your backs can be wherever. Like I said, regular football rules apply there. So
The snap does count as 1.
snap is 1. So ball is on the center.
All right, you're up, Charles. Charles. Go.
Snap. There's your one. There's one move there.
You can run or you can pass in this game. A forward pass is where you have to, if you want to throw the ball, you have to be in a direct line. One of your receivers has to be in a direct line.
Not an, yeah.
An angle, straight line, but you can't go backwards. You got to go forward in the angle of the squares of where the quarterback who's throwing the ball is. And we'll show you how to do that as we go.
There you go. So that was one. So we're going to block him here for 2. And I'm going to go ahead and move my back up here for 3.
For you guys thinking that is not an offensive line illegally downfield. What that is you can go one space past the line of scrimmage to make a block. If he makes a block up here, you can't throw a pass anymore because that's an offensive lineman too far down the field. Now, as far as defense is concerned, I can take out that end right here. That's perfectly legal. That's not pass interference. Once that end gets one space over the offensive line, I cannot take him out as a defender. So this guy is able to run a pass route. Once he gets one space over the line, the defense cannot take him out. So I have 3 moves. And at this point, I don't know if he's going to run or pass, so I can take out a receiver, or I can try to set up to defend a run. So I'm going to take out one of the receivers and go 1, then I'm going to go 2 and 3. Now, offense has the 3 moves.
So we're going to go 1.
Oh, damn, you caught that. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
He tried to.
Now I got to make sure he can't get to anybody on 3 moves here before I do something and open up a lane for him.
This defense can go in at an angle. I got a defender here, so I think I'm good here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. He still hasn't committed to a run or a pass. Both of these linemen are within 1 move, so it's still eligible to throw a pass. He still has receivers available, so I still don't know what he's going to do. So I'm just trying to play just kind of a all over the place until he commits.
2.
Okay, now this is the student body of the it looks as though. Oh my goodness.
And like you said, though, I still have it committed. I still have 2 ends and backs
so
that I could put in a line somewhere to throw.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy out of the play because he has not crossed the line of scrimmage.
Which is bullshit.
That's 2, and that's 3. So now he still has 3 guys that are eligible receivers, but can he get them downfield to pass the ball, or is he going to have to commit to the run? So the defense can push him to run while he's trying to decide whether or not he wants to run or not.
Correct. So we're going to go ahead and take him out.
Okay, now he has to run because he's 10 yards downfield. So at this point, I can, as a defense, I can disregard taking out any other receivers because he cannot throw a pass now.
And now I've got an end and 2 backs is all I got left, but I can move them any direction I want to.
And the good thing about this game is you're never outnumbered because if you block somebody, you're taking 1 and giving 1. So he'll have 4 players left. Well, I've got 4 players left as well. That's where the strategy comes in. It's just like chess and checkers. You've got to be sure that you're thinking two steps ahead.
Because this is still one play.
This is
we
still
haven't
the
even
first
done.
play.
This is the first play.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't change this. After
Yeah.
15, we go the kickoff. We're down to 14 plays in the first quarter, and here we go.
And this is a game that I mean, you can, like you said, you can teach your kids, your grandkids
You can teach them how
to do this, and it's a checkers concept, which they have. They probably already know.
This is what coaches do in the locker room. They draw lines and say this blocker blocks here, this runner runs here, and then you go here. This is basically what this does. 1, 2, damn, 3. I can't. I'm not going to force myself behind these blockers because then I'll have to run all the way around them. So, all right, he's at the point now where he has to do it. He's got 3 moves. As an example of what we mentioned a while ago, if he wanted to go 3 moves, 1, 2, 3, he could not because he cannot end up on a block. Your third, you cannot stop your move on and be a third checker on top. So, just to reiterate what we mentioned earlier.
1.
Hmm. Shit.
And that's the strategy behind using your offensive lineman to take care of a few things and leaving up your guys who can go any direction. Now, am I going to break it for a touchdown? Odds are not good. But I haven't even passed the line of scrimmage yet. So right now, I'm still sitting at -10 on my game. So I haven't done anything productive whatsoever, except for trying to set up the play. And he can't go over my blockers, so he's got to use a move to get around them because these are all my guys blocking. These are the only 2 guys he can go over.
1, 2, 3. If I go in too fast and go around these guys and he blocks them, he's got this entire side to run. So I have to, again, I can't commit too fast. I've got to wait for him to make his move. But at the same time, if I wait too long,
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3.
one, two, three. I went 1, 2, 3.
Still have yet to gain a yard. But I've also set up a bit of a fortress here to where he can't go through these guys. The only way he can get here is he's got to go around or through the diagonal. And he's 1, 2, 3. He just can't quite get to my guy. Not yet.
1, 2, 3. I'm just afraid to commit. If I commit in here, he can block me. Then he's got this entire space to go. So I can't have my ends give up yet.
Now he's got to make up his mind which way he wants to go.
Or not.
Yeah.
Hmm. 1, 2, 3. I've been hosed, and I've got to let him make the first move
yeah.
just to even have a chance to catch him.
2, 3. again, I go here instead of here because he's got this open space that he could get to me, but he can't because he's got to go through my blockers now.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, at this point, no matter where I go, he's going to be within a range because you got to commit one way or another. So you take your yardage. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
And that's a first down
But with
because
that-
he passed this first down marker. So the first down markers move up, and he's got a 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
With that, that's a 20-yard gain.
That's a 20-yard gain, and it does take time. It's a strategy game. It is. You just have to think about what you're doing, and you have to set up your play. You have to decide and determine. And we'll run another offensive play here and give you another. Wait a minute. Wait, scoreboard.
Change play.
Now we go down to 13 plays left in the first quarter. So you get 15 plays per quarter, not each team. You get 15 total plays. So say he would have fumbled on that and I pick it up, it still would have been 13. And my next play, it would have been the 12th play. So you get 15 plays per quarter total. All right. Well, he kind of hosed me a little bit there, so I think I'm going to have to play a little bit stronger defense up on the line. Let's go with the old basic 4-5 here. And cover the defense, cover the ends, and I'm going to go without a free safety back in this area. I'm going to just kind of cover all the sides here. So, all right, he has 3 moves. The snap does count as 1. Your quarterback again has to be directly behind the center. However many spaces you want, but directly behind.
2. Go 3.
Okay.
Stack up. He's got a bunch of guys close. This the strategic part. He's got more guys closer to the line this time.
So I'm going to block the center, and then I'm going to go jump over him and go 2 and 3. I'm going to try to blitz in faster.
Okay, so we'll go 1. We'll go ahead because you got to take that blocker out of it, and we'll go 2.
Okay, now his moves tell me that he's probably looking to pass.
You don't know that.
However, if I start covering for the pass and not defend the run, I could get smoked here. So you have to keep the idea now. And since they've already passed the line of scrimmage, I cannot knock these ends out of the play. Best I can do is follow them and cover them.
So as an offense, when you make that commitment, you got a shot though. You got a chance that you're going to take the chance on getting downfield and use them as blockers, or you leave the option open to pass.
So I still need to keep pressure on the QB. So I'm going to take my guy here. So I can do this out. 1. Whoops. Shit. 1, 2, 3. This gives me, I'm going to put some pressure on the quarterback to force him to waste a couple of moves here.
Okay. So we're going to go, you can go backwards.
That's a clip, but
the
rules allow it. So.
Yeah.
I don't know any defender that's going to run in the backfield and turn around and face the guard. So that's okay. That's okay. Rules are rules.
Let's see. I'm going to go 2. I'm going to go 3. And I'm going to call pass.
You can't.
Why?
Got to be even numbers away.
Oh yeah, it's one rule he forgot to tell me.
Yeah, you gotta
You got to be even numbers away.
The guys have to be an even number away from your quarterback to throw the ball. So I'm gonna go.
They are in line.
I'm going to assume he didn't say pass. I'm just going to do what I would have done before, which would have been try to. I can't put any pressure on the quarterback.
No, I took this guy out, freed up my other guy to free up some space now.
1, 2, 3. Now it's his turn. Anybody you throw the ball to has to be within an even number away from the quarterback, such as 1 space, 2 spaces, 4 spaces, or 6 spaces if it's a short pass. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 for a long pass.
I'm gonna go 1, 2. Okay.
Now he calls.
Now I call pass.
Now I have 3 moves to defend.
And I got to be in a line, so I am in a direct angled line.
So whenever he rolls the dice, if he has to throw an even number, and he has to point to which receiver he's going to throw to, and if he rolls an even number with that one die, it is a completed pass. If he rolls an even number, and I happen to have a guy in that area, it's an interception. If he rolls an odd number, it's an incomplete pass. It's just that simple. So since I can't do anything about it, I'm just going to do this. And now he rolls 1 die. Who are you throwing to?
I'm going to throw to this guy right here.
Okay, so he's 6 spaces away. But all he needs to do is roll a 2, 4, or 6. However, I have a guy sitting on number 4. So if he rolls a 2 or a 6, it's a completed pass. If he rolls a 4, it's been intercepted. A 1, 3, or 5, incomplete pass. And here's the roll. He rolls a 5, incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass.
So we did all of that.
Done.
And we're right back to where we
That's
started.
a play.
And that's 1 play. So that's pretty much in a nutshell the way this game goes. You just continuously run plays, and one after the other, and it's a very good game.
Let's say you got your basic rules. You still got to have the proper number of men on the line. You can't put everybody in the backfield. You've got to follow. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so give us a second here. We're going to turn the camera around and shut it down. We'll do a little a closing bit on this game and kind of give you the things that we like about it.
Yep.
And that's it. It's a good game. It's a clever little game. It was made back in the day before they started doing heavy statistical type sports games, to teach how to set up a play, to teach how to run, to teach how to set up a pass or an offensive line or whatever. It's just a great teaching tool. It's a good game to play.
Yeah, you can. It's a game that it's good for the grandkids. It's good for the kids. You can pick your teams. You can tell, use your. I like to tell my grandson, use your imagination a little bit, who your quarterback is, who your backs are. But it's the same football rules. It's the same strategy rules. The instructions go a little deeper. There's way to have penalties. There's way to, if you want to get a little cutthroat with it and play against them, if they move it the wrong way. A couple of those times when I tried to move a guy a certain way, well, he could have called a penalty.
Exactly.
You can set it up that way.
Exactly.
It's easy to play though. It's a little time consuming.
It is time consuming. It does take time. Like I say, we ran a kickoff in 2 plays, and that took probably 25 minutes. Right. And each quarter goes 15 plays. So we ran 3 plays in about 20 minutes. We were explaining it as we go. Once you learn the game and once you've played it a few times, it will go faster because you know what you're doing. The other guy knows what you're doing. It can get redundant to where you're blocking the same people, you're running the same play. There are nuances you can add as you play it. When I played it a long time ago, back in the day, we had a rule to where you had to run at least 1 pass play out of every 3 plays or whatever. You can create your own little additions here to make it a little bit more of an interesting game. It's not a solitaire game. Obviously, there's no way you can play it solitaire.
No. That is a downside.
We're gonna kind of go through a few things here at the end of each of our casts here about the specific game and just ask each other what we think. Solitaire play, of course, is one of the questions we're going to ask, and this is no way. You just can't do it. No. Is it realistic to the sport?
To the sport, yes.
To the sport, it is.
To the sport, it is. Like I say, it's your non-statistical
Sure.
no players, no nothing, but the actual gameplay, the actual running of a play, yes. And you got to remember back in the '69, it was a much heavier running game anyway.
67.
'67, sorry.
We just found we lost 2 more years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it was
so,
a much stronger running game.
Sure.
This is geared toward a running game,
Sure.
a running attack.
but it is easy to pass once you learn the nuances of blocking and whatnot. And you can. Last time we played the game was, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or whatever. And I threw a 25, 30-yard pass, didn't complete it, but I threw the damn thing.
Right.
So and it looks like it may be difficult to score, but it's really not. Because like I say, if you block somebody, you lose a player, they lose a player. You're never 5 guys chasing one guy. You're 1 guy chasing 1 guy, or 2 guys playing against 2
Well,
guys.
it's just like that one play. I gained 20 yards on mine.
Exactly.
When we played it the other night, I ran a 15 or 20 yard touchdown because
Correct.
you set up the blockers in a certain way, and like I said, you'll learn it. It's not that's the good part about it. It's not hard to learn.
No, and it's the difficulty level is not really up there.
No.
But you do have to have strategical mentality to do it. You can't just start moving the guys without looking where you're moving. You'll get sacked and lose 20 yards every time. Another question we're going to ask at the end of our cast is: does this game truly make you feel like a coach? Yeah,
No, this does.
it does, because you've got total control over everything. Um, is it a good game to use to teach the rules of this particular sport to your kids? Yeah, to a point. To a point.
The only downside, like you brought up, you can't block backwards.
Right.
You can't do that.
And
But
there is no pass interference calls in here.
right. There's certain things that it does lack,
right.
but that was
What it helps is show you how important the offensive lineman is in every
Right.
Yeah, the quarterback gets all the glory, but you know what? He can't do it unless the lineman block. This teaches the importance of every position on the field. Um, is this game suited for a casual fan or moderate fan or a big sports fan? Anybody
can play this.
Anybody
That's
can
the good part about this, and they made a whole series of games that we'll talk about later. But
Sure.
anybody can play this. I mean, you don't have to know anything about any sport,
Right.
really, and you would learn something.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that somebody who didn't know anything about football couldn't play this and then be able to at least pick up on a little
Sure.
bit,
Sure.
a little bit of an understanding on what
And-
you can and can't.
Yeah, like Chuck just said, they made a basketball game, made a baseball game, and a football game, and I got all 3 of them. And we'll be running through the baseball and basketball eventually in this series as we continue. Basically the same setup, a few different rules, a few different switchers ups, if you will. But it's a great game. It's a great game for if you don't want to have a whole lot of cards and dice and action cards and boards and results charts and all that kind
And
of stuff.
actual players.
It's
and
just
actual,
in actual play. It's just a good tabletop sit down for on a rainy afternoon on a Saturday or a Sunday with your kid or your best friend or whatever, and sit down and play a game of football, have a couple of adult beverages, and have a good time.
Yeah, it's a time killer. Like I said, it doesn't take that long to play. Once you get going and you realize what you can and can't do, just like that first set of plays, you get to the point where you're looking and saying, okay, there's nowhere I'm going anyway. So here I am. We're done here. Move on. There's only so much more to think about on certain plays. So
Well, and it's just one of my favorites. I've had this game for many years.
that's a good throwback to, like I said, when we all started playing board games.
It's what gets
It's what started it.
Yeah, it's what started it. A lot of these games like this, and then you grow into the other stuff. We're going to start growing. We're going to start getting into the more statistically accurate games,
Those are my favorite.
and discuss all the nuances of those. As they are quite impressive. So, but anyway, we hope you enjoyed this cast. Again, the game is called Official National Football League All Pro Football of 1967.
And we've done a couple casts.
You may not be able to find it anywhere.
I was
but-
going to say, we've done a couple casts, and we've had a couple comments on, hey, I don't know where I could get that game or whatever. The only place I've been able to find it, unless you get lucky at a thrift store, which we go to often in search of games, is eBay. I found this game on eBay for like $40.
Mhm.
You
can't have mine though.
yeah.
Can't have it.
Well, you can.
Well,
About $300.
300 my ass. More than that.
But yeah, they're out there. You just got to find them. Like, share, comment. Let's say if there's games out there. We even had a gentleman comment on one of ours and kind of turned us onto a different website, the games I didn't know about. But comments about the game or any ideas, thoughts, suggestions.
If there's a game out there you want us to try to find and try to walk through because you're having trouble understanding it, we're more than happy to give it a shot. A lot of these games, as we're going to get into them, they can get a little bit wordy on the instructions. And the more games you play, the more sports games you play, the more they all kind of have this same little rotation about them. And so if you've played 6, 7 different baseball games and you got the 8th baseball game and it doesn't quite make any sense, well, if you go back and look at game 1 through 7, there's something in there that's going to kind of mesh. So we'd love to help you answer a few questions if you got any questions about games that you're having trouble with or anything. We're going to continue to do this because we love it.
Yep, and we've got an array. We've got hockey, boxing, basketball, football, tennis, golf, auto racing, all kinds of. We got an array. Soccer,
track and field,
decathlon. We've got a ton that we're going to go through.
So we'll be playing them a lot. We'll be going here, going through them a lot. Hope you enjoy what we do here. We enjoy giving you the information, and maybe if we can turn 10, 20, 30 kids on to playing board games rather than those damn video games, our job is done.
There you go.
Learn something. This is fun. You get to interact with people and you get to learn something. You have a good time with your friends and actually enjoy the game. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's actually sports. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons.
Not Dungeons and Dragons. I never played it, but I wouldn't knock it. You're going to lose a viewer or two. Sorry.
I've always heard it's good. My son plays it.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Yeah. We might break one out just for the humor of it. Just have somebody tell us how stupid we are.
I love anybody that plays a board game. Take the time and take the effort and have a good time.
So there you go.
We appreciate you coming in. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Let everybody know what we're doing, and we'd love to hear your comments. We will certainly answer everything that we can, so we will hope to see you back soon. Have a good one.
Yeah.